my name is Esha Jain, and I'm a second-year family medicine resident at the Cooper University Hospital. I know that we're in the thick of match season and interviewing, and some questions that people may have is really, what do you take notes on during an interview? What's really important? And what's really crucial in creating your rank order list? So I'm just going to give you some insight into some of the things that I have been doing, or I did, when it came to taking notes and creating my rank order list. So first things first is get yourself a nice little notepad. This is an example of some of the scribbles that I've had from different programs and really just what I wanted to know. And I think going forward, like going into your interview, you should just have a kind of like a game plan of what is very important to you and if you hear that from that program. So some general advice, get yourself a notebook. When you are taking notes, make sure you're not just focused on writing all the time. Keep that engagement with your interviewer or with the other applicants. And really take notes when you feel like that's something that you have a question about, or something that was pointed out to you that was really important to you, or something that was your favorite that happened. So for me, and I'm just looking through some of the things that I took notes about. For example, for Cooper, I said that there was a federally health qualified program. They do sim rounds. Who are the faculty? How long have they been on with the team? Where have some of the residents gone to? And really, those were just some of the points that I was putting down. General advice, when you are creating your rank order list, rank your choices according to your real preference. Do not rank an institution higher or lower just because of the number of spots or your likelihood of thinking of matching to that program. If you have a place that's number one for you, that meets all your criteria, rank them number one. Don't rank them a little bit lower because they have 2 spots and another program has 10 spots and you're likely to get matched there. That's the matching system, and the algorithm works in your favor. Another general advice, I hope that this is up-to-date information, but when you rank programs, every program we rank after number 20 will cost you an additional fee. So the first 20 programs that you rank are all free. Another piece of advice is that you can only rank programs that have offered you an invite. So let's say there's a program that you're on the wait list for, but you've never had an interview with. You unfortunately cannot rank that program at the end unless they have invited you for an interview. Everyone will prioritize different things based on their most important needs. For me, I'm a non-US IMG. My hometown is Toronto, Canada. And so my priorities or things that I noted down may differ from what you noted down. But going into the interview, these were some of the things that I really prioritized. So number one was so important for me was location. And that included being close to an airport or a major city, the resources and amenities in that specific location. So did they have good food? I'm vegetarian and I'm Indian, and I wanted some of that hominess surrounding me. And that was really important to me. Secondly, about the location, the cost of living and the recreational opportunities. So for me, I'm somebody that prioritizes that work-life balance, and I have a lot of activities that I like to do outside of just my work. And so being in a place that offered me, a gym nearby or a gym in my building or outdoor activities that I could get a hands on, that was probably my number one thing going in. One of the other things that really played a real role in me creating my rank list was that a teaching or academic hospital? I have a lot of background in research, and it's something that I want to continue doing as I move forward outside of my residency career. Just contributing to medical innovations or really just growing my own knowledge was very important to me. So I wanted to be at a hospital that would really shape that and teach me all the things that I may not have been able to get by going to a Caribbean school. And that also that tied in with the academic and teaching hospital was the patient volume and the acuity. So I really wanted to get a good acuity of my patients, whether that was high acuity or low acuity, but I wanted the full range. I was going into family medicine, or I am in family medicine. And so for me, it was really important to see not just the bread and butter, but everything else. And so that was another big priority for me was this an academic or teaching hospital? Another thing that was a priority for me and that really contributed in me creating my rank list was the reputation of the program, and not just the name of the program, but where the residents went to after that, the leadership, and if there were any changes in the leadership, if there was a quick turnaround of faculty, the track record, were people, passing their boards, what was the board rate, and really how that program was going to help me achieve all of my future goals. So that was really important to me, just the reputation of the program, and that kind of made me bump up certain programs on my list versus others. At the end of the day, when you go for a job, depending where you want to live, your reference letters carry a significant amount of weight. And so I hoped that, the reference letters I got would show that this is the capability that this resident has and that it would speak volumes. Another thing that really contributed into creating my rank order list, and these were some of the notes that I would take during my interview or after the interview, was the faculty and the leadership. What were their qualifications? What were their experience? I wanted to be a part of a group where I could have exposure to people that had way more expertise in places that I wasn't that knowledgeable. So for example, women's health, reproductive care, these are all things that I want to be able to include in my future practice, but that I didn't have the greatest knowledge about, even LGBTQ training. And so that really helped me decide, okay, is the faculty and the leadership really gonna shape me to be the most well-rounded physician I can be that provides the best level of care to my patients in any aspect and in any setting? And really that just ties in back to my previous point. How will this program really help me achieve my future goals? So going into a program or an interview, really researching if that program will help you reach your future goals is important, and using that as a question to ask them, being like, hey, so it's very important for me to be exposed to procedures and women's health and really getting a hands-on experience. I want to know what this program will help me be like in the future so that I can be the best that I can be for my patients. Another thing that was important to me and might be important to you, depending on your specialty, is what are the fellowship options? What are the fellowship options they have at their program? And what are the fellowship options that other people from that hospital have gotten into? And so because my program was new, I didn't really have that, but I had other specialties to gauge from. And so when you have a fellowship program that is attached to your hospital, it is just in general a lot easier for you to mesh into that fellowship program. You know the hospital, you know the system, you know the patient population, you know the staff. So really seeing, like, if you are an IM and you want to pursue a GI fellowship, maybe that program that has a GI fellowship is one that you want to prioritize over other programs. Last but not least, something that I wanted was an opposed program. I wanted to be able to be versed with all the different specialties and learn from physicians that were well versed in their specialty. So learning cardiology from a cardiologist and really seeing their point of view on what is important as me, a resident, a family medicine resident, should be, was really crucial into opening my eyes and making it a broader perspective. That this can differ for anybody. Some people want an unopposed program and not have to deal with that, but that was just something that factored into creating my rank order list. Another thing that was really important to me was my visa status. So I wanted to be a part of a hospital that not only prioritized my location preferences and academia preferences, but really would they sponsor me. So if you interviewed at a program that doesn't meet your visa qualifications, or they say that they sponsor J1s but you're looking for an H1B, that should be something that you should consider when creating your rank order list. And importantly, really, is the culture of the program, the residents, are they happy? And these are some things you can get to know when you're talking one-on-one with the residents or if you have a lunch social hour. But that was something that was really important to me because I wanted to be able to know that if I'm moving far away, do I have a home away from home? And then last but not least was call hours. I think that that was kind of an important one for me, and that made me change where I rank places. I knew that I didn't want to do 24-hour calls or be on call every 3 to 4 days. So it was important for me to know and create in this little notepad, okay, this is what this program has. And then at the end, when I didn't really remember everything about every single program, I had the ability to flip back through this book and really just be like, okay, these are the pros of this program, these are the cons of this program, and then really rank them according to that. And I think that that really made a lot easier of a process when it came to creating my rank order list. If you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out to me. And yeah, I wish you the best of luck in this match season or in the future match cycles. And yeah.